In this lecture, I'm going to teach you how to subdivide your mesh. We're going to be adding geometry fast so that we can create more detailed meshes very quickly. We're going to go over why you should avoid overusing this tool, and we're also going to introduce smoothness and fractal. So let's log in to Blender. So we've got our base cube here. In order to subdivide our cube, what we're going to do is we're going to press Tab to go into edit mode, press the W key to bring up the specials menu, and the first two options we have are subdivide and subdivide smooth. If we left click on subdivide, each face has now been divided into 4 separate faces. Note that the shape of the cube remains exactly the same, we just have more geometry. In our subdivide menu in this corner here, we can change certain factors such as the number of cuts, with each cut increasing the number of faces. Note that this does so with cuts squared. So basically, if you say one number of cuts, it's actually 2 by 2, so it's 4. 2 cuts is a 3 by 3. 3 cuts is a 4 by 4, and so on. You also have the smoothness option. The smoothness option goes from the values of 0 to 1. 0 means that the faces are purely flat. The more we move it up, the more spherical our shape becomes, until we reach 1.0, which is about as close to a ball as we could make this object. If we were to increase the number of cuts, we can make our object more and more spherical. We should avoid overusing the number of cuts, because the more cuts we include into our object, the more vertices we will have. Now, although this is great for modelling, it's not so great for our laptop or our computer. The more vertices we have, the more edges and faces that we have, the more of a strain it's going to put on our system memory. So we have to be careful not to overdo this, otherwise we could risk slowing our computer down and perhaps even causing our computer to crash. So we need to be wary of that. The final thing we're going to look at is the fractal. I'm going to turn the number of the smoothness factor down to 0. Fractal is an ever increasing value, where the more we increase the fractal value, the more warped our mesh becomes. So all fractal basically does is it slightly alters the coordinates of most or all vertices, causing more and more wacky geometry as we increase the fractal factor. So there we go. That is the subdivide tool. Now for a challenge. I want you to create a cube and I want you to transform it into a ball using the subdivide tool. I then want you, as a bonus to the challenge, scale your ball and apply the scale. Good luck guys, and I will see you in the next lecture.